Alright, quick walkthrough on this 550 picker truck. So this was the school bus engine special. Got a good running 6-liter out of a bus. It's one of them small short buses. Ran really well, it was well taken care of. This engine had the original engine had a very typical problem where this cap here had the tall cap on it, the aftermarket one, and someone had taken the cap off and just put a regular filter in it, which is too short, doesn't push down the drain back valve, doesn't filter the oil, and all kinds of problems happened. In this case too, there was a head gasket failure that took out the turbo. The front cover was damaged beyond repair, had a lot of cavitation in it, and which unfortunately brought me to a leaky water pump that I just dealt with. That's why the fan and everything is off. But yeah, we just started it all up. A little bit of oil, stuff like that. A few little odds and ends burning off of it, but it run really good. We rebuilt the oil cooler. We always do that. Things we change on the bus engine is the front cover, the valve covers are a little different. The oil pan is different, the upper oil pan and lower oil pan. Put a new thermostat in it. Like I said, this case we had to put in a new water pump because the existing one had some damage to it. Clean out the radiator, the intercooler the best we can. I try to run it for a while without this cold side on it, just to push whatever I can that's left over out of it. We, run through the hose through it and brake clean it and dry it all off. I don't know if I mentioned, we put one of these newer caps on. You can see that original cap, they just don't hold the pressure, and it's actually a leading cause of head gasket failures, that little tiny thing. The EGR is deleted. In this case, the boost sensor had a crack in it, right? So we put one from the bus on that. They fit. The Y tube was broken on this one too. There was a leak in that, so we scavenged one off of another truck. Fickum was good. Saved that. Fortunately, he wanted to keep this valve here, which I think is a little bit restrictive and goofy, but I guess it could be used as a good anti-theft method. And then these things are really expensive too, these stupid plastic hoses. And I do see those wear out a lot in here. The air cleaner rubs and wears that out, but this one seems to be good. Brand new coolant. We use a low silica coolant, so it doesn't eat away at the front cover and the water pump. It's actually kind of interesting on this one. You can see there how that coolant just eats stuff away, eh? So I think that's why this one was leaking. So we got a new one of them. I'm gonna have to try and see if I can find one of these. See how these tabs are always broke off, right? So I'd like to get one that's not, just to avoid any future issues. So yeah, let's spark it up. One thing I find about these 550s, they're really nice because you don't need to do any programming or anything when you delete the EGR system out of it. You seem not to want to throw engine lights. Even in this case, it's not throwing an engine light, which is fantastic. So it's got a good crisp startup. Revs up really nice. Let's turn the PTO on just to give it a little bit of revs. See our PTO lights on.